Hi guys, so this is my first video with me on the screen, and I wasn't going to make a video with me on the screen because I think it's a little distracting to have to watch somebody's face. I'd rather stare at an inanimate object like a candle, which I have here. But then I watched my other videos and I realized that they were really kind of bad quality. They were grainy and they might get boring, so I figured I would at least light up the room a little bit. I still want to keep the mellow, relaxed vibe though, so that's why I'm keeping the lights dim and I'm keeping this mellow. So in this video, I'm going to talk about holistic health as a whole. It's just going to be a summary because I do plan on going more into depth with the three aspects of holistic health in future videos. So for anybody that doesn't really know exactly what holistic health is, the three main aspects are physical health, mental health, which also includes emotional, and then spiritual health. So I'm just kind of going to do a quick little summary of the three in this video. And we're going to start with physical because physical it's the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, if you've ever heard of that, or maybe you've read my book where I discuss that. But it's the order that humans evolve. So you basically start at the bottom with survival, and survival is your sleep, your food, those sorts of things. So with physical health, it's really simple. There's really only four aspects of it that if you get these right, your health will improve, or it will be pretty darn awesome. I mean, it's not really complicated at all. It's mostly basic common sense things, but a lot of people don't pay attention. They think there's some kind of a magic cure out there that they haven't heard of, and it's really basic. And so those four things are sleep, proper nourishment, which includes water, getting outside, getting sunlight and fresh air, and then exercise and movement. So I'm going to go over those four in a little bit more detail, and then I'll move on. So sleep is one of those, and that's so crucial because sleep is when your body rejuvenates and heals. And obviously, you know that children and babies, they do most of their growing while they're sleeping. And when you're sick, you need more sleep. It's kind of a no-brainer that sleep is crucial, and a lot of people talk about that they don't understand why we sleep. Why do humans need sleep anyway? And people say, I'll sleep when I'm dead. And I just cringe when I hear that, because sleep is enjoyable, it's necessary, and it's healthy. So try to get good sleep. And then moving on to the next one, we'll go with sunlight, fresh air, outside, in nature. Spending time in nature is so crucial. I'm probably going to do a lot of videos on that because that's one of my favorite subjects. So getting 20 minutes of sunlight a day is what they recommend. So that's something everybody should strive to do. Going for a walk while the sun's coming up or any time in the morning is perfect, because the more light you can get in your eyes in the beginning of the day, the better. The better you'll sleep at night and the healthier you'll be. And it goes a long way for your happiness too. So getting sunlight and getting outside is also good for mental health as well as physical health. So the next one I'll go over is food and water. It's kind of common sense there too. basically whole foods that have not been processed. Whole foods are anything that grows out of the ground, anything that you can recognize. If it's in a box or a can, it's probably bad for you. Although there's some healthier foods that you can buy in health food stores that come in boxes and cans. But if you really are serious about eating healthy, it's just whole foods. Cooking your own food from scratch is great. So, and then water. Water is so important. So many people don't drink water because they drink soda or pop, wherever part of the country you're from, depends on what you'll call that, and coffee. And those, coffee has its benefits, but there's just too many people out there that don't drink enough water. And then tea is another one too that's good, because that is water with herbs. So that's that pretty much sums up the food and water section. So the only one I haven't covered yet as far as physical health is exercise and movement. So those are, everybody knows you need to do it. It's hard because sometimes exercise isn't fun, but the key is finding what's fun for you, finding what you are comfortable doing every day. If you can do it, maybe not every day, but at least 4 or 5 days a week. There's a couple different kinds of exercises that they recommend. Cardio or aerobic, anything that gets your heart going, that's one category. And then stretching. I like to put stretching and yoga kind of in the same category, but not quite. Obviously, yoga is more of a spiritual exercise, but if you can, stretch and move all your joints around every day, that'll go a long ways. And then walking is another really good one that almost anybody can do. And if you live in a cold climate where you can't get outside and walk, it's really good to have a treadmill. If I didn't have a treadmill, I'd probably be about 10 pounds heavier. So that concludes the physical section. So now we'll move to mental. And one of the first things I want to mention about the mental health is if you have no mental illnesses or no serious traumas, you can consider yourself pretty mentally healthy, and you can get away with preventative issues or preventing issues in the future. So you can do like journaling. I actually recommend journaling for everybody. If I could tell everybody to do just one thing for your health, it would be journaling. Because journaling is almost like you're your own therapist in a way. You're processing all your emotions and your feelings, and you're getting everything out of your brain, and you're getting it on paper. It's one of the reasons why I started making journals, because I think they're so important. And not a lot of people use them. And that's why I like to say that the products that I make are kind of like the missing link that connects being stuck and being unhealthy with being healthy. They get you from point A to point B. So, and they're the best for your mental health. So, like planners, journals, checklists, and workbooks, the kind of things that I create, those are, they're just so valuable for your mind in so many ways. So, if you do have serious traumas and mental illness problems, that is when you should see a therapist. I wouldn't resort to natural things if you have serious problems, but for the most part, most people can get by with, just doing the basics. And another thing that I wanted to talk about as far as mental health is, I lost my train of thought. Gratitude. Because gratitude is so important for manifestation. It's so important for your mental health. Everybody has positive and negative emotions. And a lot of people say that you should focus on the positive, and sometimes it's not always good to ignore the negative, which is where journaling comes in, because journaling it's how you process. It's how you process your negative emotions. And it's also where you express your positive ones in the form of gratitude. So that's a very crucial part of mental health, is writing in a journal. So I think that pretty much covers mental health. I can move on to spiritual health now, which is my favorite subject. Holistic health is all three. I mean, you really can't fix one without affecting the others, and you can't ignore any of them if you're trying to heal any one of them. It's just best to heal them all at the same time. I mean, it's what usually happens anyway. So spiritual health is, the reason why it's my favorite is because it's a personal thing, and this brings me to the religion aspect. And a lot of people, they don't know the difference between religion and spirituality. And the difference is that religion it's kind of given to you when you're born, or it exists outside of you. It's this set of beliefs and this set of rules that were created by a group of people based on a deity or a person that lived many years ago. And I was raised Catholic, and never sat well with me. When I realized that there were other religions out there, I was just naturally drawn to things like Wicca and pantheism and Buddhism, because they focus on nature, which is what we are. We're all made of the same elements of nature. So spirituality is developing that within yourself, developing that connection with what you resonate with. And nature is, like I said, it's what we're all made of. So I really, really love to talk about nature and focusing on connecting with it. Because I think the more you connect with nature, the more you connect with spirituality and your higher self. So I guess that's a good enough summary of the religion part of it. Pretty much all of it, I guess. So I'll end this video here, and I'll make a few more videos in the future that will go over these subjects in detail. So if you got any benefit out of this video, I would encourage you to give it a like and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be making a lot more videos now. I started off as a blogger about, I've had many blogs and websites, but this particular blog, Holistic Lifestyle Guide, is a culmination of all of my interests in their best form, I guess. Maybe I'm wording this wrong, but I used to have a website on how to connect to nature, and I think that is encompassed in holistic health. So, and then I just became more and more interested in holistic health as time went on. So it was just a natural progression of evolution with my websites. And so this is the website that I'm going to have for good. My other ones, I just kind of lost interest in, because I would just move on to the next thing. So this encompasses everything. This feels right. So this is what I'm doing. And so I started off doing the blog late in 2019, I think it was. And I didn't plan to make videos. I really didn't. But I'm really an artistic, creative person, so my first few videos, if you've watched them, they're, not me. They're a picture with music and words and information and stuff. Or they're showcasing a product that I made. So I decided there's many people out there that use YouTube that aren't going to find my blog. They're not going to find my products. So I just thought, I'm not a talker, I'm a writer. So I didn't know if I really wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I'm kind of hooked now. So I really like making videos. And I'm really excited to make more. And if you want to come along for the ride, make sure you subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.